brief presentation about who we are and what we do. And the Catalonia Bioeconomy Hub is mainly a coordinating office for all the services that we have for supporting bioeconomy projects in Catalonia. We try to simply make this easy thing to do in theory, but it's a little bit tricky when you go into practice. So the starting point for defining the function of our office was this need of the fact that in bioeconomy what we are trying to do is taking advantage of the technologies and the know-how developed for other sectors to be applied to biomass and to processes that are not so mature to be taken to the industrial step. Okay, so we always say in easy terms that this is not as easy as if I have a bioeconomy project and I need a certain kind of service for developing the next step in my project, like Googling the service that I need and finding the right partner or the right service provider. So we have a lot of people in both public and private institutions in Catalonia supporting bioeconomy projects in so many different ways. It's not only about technology. Of course, technology is important, but then we also need to prove and to develop the business models. We also need to put a lot of partners in contact to ensure, for example, the supply chain that we need for a project to be really sustainable. We need to ensure also that bioeconomy projects, when they reach the industrial scale, they give back some of the added value that they generate to the primary sector and all the territorial actors that we have, because this is also so important. We don't want to push forward a different kind of economy based on bio assets or on biomass, but doing again or making again the same kind of mistakes that we have done in developing other kinds of economic activities in the past. We truly believe that this is something that can be useful for territorial development in Catalonia, so we need to put in contact all the actors that we need to ensure that the value chains that we develop truly fulfill this purpose. So little by little, we started operating in December 2023, so it's about 2 years now. And the first year was mainly dedicated to explore our country, to explore Catalonia from side to side, to see the maturity of the projects that we actually have in Catalonia, because we have a lot of activities and a lot of projects like elsewhere that are at the very narrow phase or initial phase, to put it clear, up to TRLs 4, 5, 6, but it's very, very difficult to upscale the initiatives after that. So after this first year, we had a clear idea of what we have in both sides, like in bioeconomy initiatives and in supporting services of all kinds. And little by little, in 2025, we planned an action plan or a document based on 2 of the main 6 pillars or specific objectives that we had in theory, in paper, when we started operating. And the first one is it's the main reason why the BioHub was initially created, which is that putting in contact all the companies that need a service with the service providers that they can take advantage of. The second one is filling in the gaps. So when you have a clear mapping of the services that we have here in Catalonia, you can also identify the gaps. And this is what we do. We have a clear mandate of non-duplication and non-competence with the other actors that are providing services in Catalonia. And this is very, very important coming from the public administration. And another consequence that we have is that when you identify the gaps, you can take some direct action in filling these gaps. And this is where, for example, this development of the specific bioindustrial areas that the Secretary General just commented before is located. Because one of the gaps that we identified is that in these services that we can provide as a country, as a region, to the companies developing the bioeconomy projects, there's a strong need of assistance to the entrepreneurs and the companies to navigate across the different public administrations. This is something that's really, really important, especially for all the companies and the businessmen that have a little relationship with the public administration. Because inside the public administration, sometimes we try to think or tend to think that everything is so easy and the pathways are real clear, but in economic activities that are not so clear or so usual, or that are innovative or different to the business as usual, there's a lot of complications along the way. So we are helping also the companies to navigate from the local administration to the different departments of the Catalan government that are responsible for any kind of allowance, permitting, or so on along the process. And then we have the other 4 specific objectives and it's not that we are not working on them, but these are not our priority nowadays, because we have identified these clear gaps and we need to be focused. So we just saw before the second action plan that comes from the strategy, and these are like the big actions to be implemented. Our plot, our role is just on the floor, on the ground, supporting little by little each individual company or entrepreneur with a bioeconomy project in both the services that they need and like paving the way or organizing the ground for these industries to be competitive at the point in which they can do the industrial investment, because this is about industry. And Ignacio, I don't know where you are, so you made the point with the question, because it's not something about only Catalonia. All the countries and all the regions are a little bit struggling in the same. So I had a conversation with the responsible for the German federal bioeconomy strategy, and my question was, how is your relationship with the industry department? So, okay, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. But here we can proudly say that we are on our way to really fit these different competencies to everything that we need. We need industry, we need economy, we need land planning, we need all of these competencies, and we try to do our part, or more part of the job in taking all these different competencies to sit together on the same table. And one of the services, or the kind of services that we have built in Catalonia. Of course, we have a lot of companies and institutions providing services, but one interesting tool that we all have is the European projects, especially the CSAs, that help supporting all the companies. And we wanted to share this time with one of the examples that we have here in Catalonia. To the last one, this one, okay, which is the BioHubCat project. And for explaining this, I lead the floor to one of the managers of the project, which is Veronica Cucino.